What's going on, close enoughers? So we got a big day today. Amy's out here helping me. Say hi, Amy. Got the dogs out here driving us crazy. Wanting us to throw a ball or a stick or something. So if you hear barking, yeah, it's Bella and Piper. So got a big day. So let me show you what we're doing. I showed you a little bit earlier, but let me show you a little more. Okay, so here's my new pride and joy. It's a 1951 Chevy truck frame. It's got the 235 motor on it, and went down to around Hickson and met a fellow named Wayne and his brother Doug. At Wayne, if you ever, I'm not going to give his last name or nothing like that, but if you know who I'm talking about, at Wayne's a top-notch fellow. We worked like dogs to try to load this thing up on this trailer. This is Dad's trailer, so I'm trying to get it back to him. I got a big car hauler, and Dad and I have about 4 or 5 trailers, and this was just the one that was the right size. But yesterday Dad came over in the rain, and we guess it don't matter, but yesterday in the rain we worked on this. Hope that sun's not too bad. Maybe that's a little better. But we pressure washed it, and it had grease on it about like that. And so we pressure washed it with a 4,000 pound pressure washer, and so today's video I'm going to unload this off the trailer with the tractor, and I'm gonna paint it, I reckon. If you know anybody needing a frame, this will probably have a transmission, which is leaned up right there. It's got transmission, bell housing, drive shaft, rear end, all that, and the frame is in really good shape. It's top notch. We didn't pressure wash all of the frame. We got, see how thick that junk is? That's kind of the stuff that we were dealing with on the motor, but it's got it pretty clean. And I've got some Chevy blue paint that I'm gonna paint it up with. Got a carburetor in the house, so we're in the garage, but we're gonna try to match that. It may be a little bit darker than that. We were at Advanced Auto Parts and trying to get engine paint, and they didn't have anything that was true Chevy blue color, so it's regular Rust-Oleum paint. There's the rear end, if any of you, I don't know how well you can see it with the sun, sorry, but that's the rear end of it. It's got really nice leaf springs, pretty good shape. The shocks, I'm sure, are shot. Around a little more. This side, better view of the rear end. Drive shaft. I know the throwout bearing's bad, but I'm no mechanic or anything, so I'm just kind of this is my first time trying this. So worked on a lot of mowers and four-wheelers and golf carts and stuff like that, but this is my first vehicle that I've ever tried, so we're going to give it a shot. But it's pretty complete. It's got a starter and a lightning whirler, as Derek calls it. Needs everything, but I've got everything but the carburetor, and I've got an oil filter that I'm going to take off the 16, my 216, and put on here. It's just that oil basket. But anyway, that's what we got. Dipstick. So I've got oil on there, so that's encouraging. And we had it rotating. We just sorry, I'm watching instead of watching the phone. Before I got it, Wayne and I put a bar in there and rotated it. It rotates freely. It's kind of that weird style. See this here? This is, those of you that don't know, that's not broken. What that is that's for the old crank style. You put, it's got a tip in there with like a little T on there, and that T fits inside this slot. And when you turn it over and when it fires, see how this is kind of, how that's kind of raised up. The idea is for when this thing starts and kicks off, it'll pull out the crank, so it doesn't rip your arm off. But that's the style of it. But anyway, that's what we got. So I'm gonna hand the phone over to Amy. I'm gonna back the tractor up and put a strap on here and see if I can drag it off. Now the other day, the passenger side wheels would turn, but the driver's side did not. The passenger side has a flat rear, very, very flat and rotten and whatever, but the other three are holding air. So, so we're gonna see what we can do about that. I'm just using my little Kubota. If it don't work, sorry about that. My phone just said I had too much, didn't have enough memory. So I'll try to link these together. But as I was saying earlier, I'm going to try to take this off the trailer. Try to take this 51 Chevy truck frame off the trailer. I'm going to use my little tractor. If that don't work, I may try something bigger. And we'll go to Kubotas. We'll go to our little Kubota RTV, or we'll go with the four-wheel drive truck or something. But we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to use the tractor because of the bucket. Maybe I can lift up a little bit and strap it to it so I can carry a little bit instead of drag. So I'm going to give the phone to Amy, and she's going to video while I do this process. She's up here putting her garden hose away so we can mow tomorrow. She's got a nice little garden down there. We've already had beans and potatoes out of it. So she's excited because today is... we was looking at it, and she's got more beans coming, so she's excited. I'm gonna give the phone to Amy, and she can watch, put it on me while I'm doing this. Hi, Amy.
Hi. Pray for him, please.
off road. That is a heavy pig. Having those wheels locked up is quite a challenge. My tractor needs some work on the 4-wheel drive, and needs a little bit of maintenance, and I probably ought to be doing that, but just trying to get some things. If I had time to do the whole list, it'd be crazy. So now that's off there, I'm going to do a little painting. And here's the color I went with. And I went with it because it's Rust-Oleum engine up to 600 degrees. And it's kind of close to, get out of the sun. It's kind of close to the original color. So I was trying to get as close as I could. But we don't have an O'Reilly's, and we got a little, down here's a good one to go by. We don't have a, you can see the color different, so it's kind of close, but we don't have a O'Reilly's or anything like that around here. We just got AutoZone.
Which way is the wind blowing? You don't want it to blow in your face.
Not really blowing right now. She's always looking out for me.
I got you some gloves to wear.
I know we're supposed to, but you know.
Your hands are going to be blue.
I really don't care much about all this stuff because when I'm done, I'm going to paint the manifold. I'm going to cover the badge. It's a Delco Remy, I believe, generator. And then I've got a badge over here on the starter, so I'm going to cover those. I'm going to repaint them black and like they're supposed to be. I'm going to repaint the fan black, and once I take it off of this, I want to put it on a engine stand and rotate it. I want to check everything I can, and then take the pan off and take the valve cover off. See how it all looks. Not too bad in there. No milky, so that's good. So yeah, pretty excited about it. So let's do a little Picasso work here. See how we can make it look. Ooh, that's blue, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm not doing this probably the right way. I'm not a painter, as you can tell. Probably I'll just cut that belt off, but I'm not.
Whoops. Sorry.
So I'm just kind of really just, the main goal is keeping rust off of it after Dad and I washed it. And I want to make it look as nice as I can, but still I'm not too terribly worried about it. I got 2 cans, so when we go through it, maybe we can do a better job.
Probably have to let it dry.
Any spot that I've missed or whatever. So yeah, that's starting to look a little better. It's blue.
It's blue, all right.
Now I'm just putting it on thick. I want to protect the fuel stuff. I'm gonna try to watch out for that. Get behind it. Gonna get new plugs and wires, of course. Gonna get a new distributor. All that'll be all new. But the important part is it's clean. I'm kind of digging this can. I like that fan, how it's got. Been a long time since I used a can of Rust-Oleum. This is fun for you guys, isn't it? Kind of literally like watching paint dry. Ooh,
I think you're a little too close.
Maybe. I'm no painter. Maybe. Amy's a better painter than I am. She's painted our whole house. And it look beautiful. And I'm just like, not a painter. But some of this stuff I'll get again when I get, after I take it off, put it on the base. That's why I got 2 cans. So anyway, trying to just really, the goal is after me and Dad washed it, it really took away all the grease, and the grease was acting as a little bit of a protecting agent. I just don't want to get no paint on that fuel pump. Man, that stuff doesn't play. It comes out.
Fumes knock you out there. Mm.
I can't get back here without taking the start off.
Looks good.
A little better, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to, hopefully it'll keep it from, because I don't know when I'll get back to working on it again. But at least maybe some of the rust will stay away. Alright.
Nothing.
You're making fun of my painting.
The way you're holding the can.
How am I holding it?
You're holding it with 2 hands. Like,
I'm shaky. I'm old and shaky.
I'm older
Oh,
than
and if
you.
anybody ever wonders, down here is where the block number is. Tells you what it is. It's in this location. If you look it up online, it's not real good about telling you what's where, but it's literally right there. If you can see that number right there by my finger, that's where it's at. So something just to, because like I said, I'm learning too, and as I'm learning, maybe I can help you guys learn something too. You know, something I wish I would have known. It just simply wasn't, information wasn't there. Nice and thick.
What?
It's nice and thick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's
Running.
all right.
That's why I said you're a little too close.
Is that better?
Yes.
Amy's a good painter. I am not. I'm doing good to figure out which way to point. All right, to the other side. Way better, Mr. Wayne, if you're watching this. By the way, if you're watching this, take a minute and like and subscribe. We would sure appreciate it. Amy and I are new at all this, so we don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of taking it as we go. But we would certainly, I don't know, we might use that again.
I doubt it.
What? It does rotate, I assure you. I'm just spinning the fan. Get that.
Let's see from here.
Okay.
Which,
These little boogers right here, they keep grabbing you. And I used to wear these pants to church until yesterday, and look what I did. I'm lying. guess I shouldn't lie about wearing clothes to church. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a coat. Stay away from the bolts. Oh, I meant to show you the exhaust on this. The exhaust on this is beautiful. You could probably, I might could just take this loose and use the exhaust and motor. I don't know.
Ooh, spider. Poor little fella.
Bless his heart. And those of you that are watching that are in Brazil and other places, bless his heart in the South means you're so stupid. That's what it means. So just, you know, education. It's hard to get in there. So I'll have to hit a lot of this again when I take the starter off and all that to get behind the starter. This can doesn't want to cooperate. So here's what it is. At least from washing it yesterday, it's not going to rust. That's kind of the main thing I was after. It's going to be about a full can.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I may have to get into that other can. I'm going to.
It lasted longer than I thought it would.
It lasted a lot better if I knew what I was doing as a painter. Don't say nothing.
Doing a good job.
I know what you're thinking.
You're doing a good job.
So all you people out there that own painting companies, I won't bother you with resumes. And
You're not spraying this?
no, I'm gonna. If I spray it, it might gum up these
Oh, I
threads,
see.
and I've got to take this off. This has
Oh.
the way this comes off. It has these little seashell things. You loosen those, and that seashell is what holds it on there. And there's a gasket, of course, right there.
Oh.
But I got to take off all those little seashells,
Oh.
and that will take, let it come off.
Well,
So
then you had enough for right now.
yeah, for now. I didn't get this bottom part of the pan, but the pan I need to scrub it anyway and get it to where it needs to go. So, all I can do is upward stuff now. May as well just make sure the can's empty so it doesn't blow on me. Way back. Way back.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So
It's
that's
pretty
it.
good.
Maybe you can see a little better and see the stuff that I missed. But again, I wasn't really trying for perfection. I just didn't want it to rust on me. So anyway, thank you to my lovely assistant. Amy's going to do more videos with me, and as we do these, so we're learning together on how to do them. Amy does a lot of craft stuff. If you're interested, she's got a page where she's just getting started, and it's called Amy Zings, like amazing. Amy Zings Treasures and Creations. So check her out.
I don't have a lot of stuff on it just yet.
If you just need to put some of the cool stuff you make. She does a lot of bead stuff, craft stuff, and pretty cool stuff. So we're trying to get started in something out of our age group, and this is way out of our age group. So, but anyway, if you can, give us a like and subscribe. We'd sure appreciate it. And tell your friends. I'm a retired firefighter, and I spent my life putting these things out when they're on fire versus fixing them up. So this is all new to me. So I'm just learning, like maybe you are too. But get a chance, swing by and check out Vice Grip Garage and No Nonsense Know How, and maybe Braden Builds. I think you'll like them. They're funny and they're educational. I've learned so much by watching them. And one of the biggest things was Derek Bierry would say, it's not going to get done if you don't get started. And so I was a couch sitter quite a bit, so I needed to get off the couch. And this has been a good thing. Got a long ways to go, as you can see, but we'll get there and get it fixed up. I'm going to show you some of the other things we get into. We're always working on trailers and tractors and mowers and stuff like that. And one thing Dad and I like to do is we like to build trails. And I may take you around and show you, we've just got a small property here, but some of the trails we built, and show you what it looks like. And maybe to encourage you to do that to your place if you've got some woods. But anyway, that's all I've got, and I sure do thank you. And one other thing I said in one of my earlier videos, we're trying to raise money or just to get them, but we're looking for some brand new bicycles. My daughter works for Tennessee Department of Children's Services, and she's in the foster care area, and a lot of those kids have nothing. Even the clothes that they wear are borrowed. The people who are their foster parents own the clothes, so these kids literally, they have nothing. Kate's going to camp next week, and the week before the 4th of July, and she's trying to raise some money to get bicycles. And really what she's trying to do is to get bicycles that the Department of Children's Services can keep, and if they can keep them, then every year when they have camp, then these kids can ride, have a bike to ride. But I want to get to a point where we could let those kids take those bikes home, and they could have their own thing. With their clothes being not theirs and everything else being not theirs, wouldn't it be nice to have a bike? And from what I see, those of you that are watching this, most of you are my age, and in the upper 50s and on up. Where would we have been without bicycles? Me and my brother used to fight like tigers over bicycles, and I would have loved to have a second one, and we finally did get a second one. But these kids are on the video too much and games and all that stuff. Let's get them outside, get on a bike, go meet friends the old-fashioned way, the way we did. And if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. Send me a message here. I've got one friend named Jack. Him and his wife are talking about helping us, and that'd be a huge thing for us. So just let me know if you're interested. We're looking for new ones, and so or the money to buy one at Walmart or something like that. We'll send you a receipt or whatever we need to. So anyway, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good day. And thanks for watching.